Where does it go from here? Let's go in search of that answer. Rob Demovsky covers the Packers for us so well. He's live with us from Green Bay. Rob, what is the latest with Rodgers and his contract situation with the Packers right now?
Well, good morning, Greeny. We know that they are open to a restructure or a renegotiation, possibly. That was the word that a high-ranking team executive used with me yesterday, possibly. Now, here's the question, though, Greeny. They had a chance to do something last week, and why didn't they do it? He was due a $6.8 million roster bonus on the third day of the league year, which was Friday. They could have turned that into a signing bonus and prorated it over the rest of the contract, which would have given them salary cap relief. They didn't do it. Why didn't they? Great question, but what we know now is that they paid it, and they can't get that salary cap relief back even if they do something going forward.
So these are a lot of numbers, and I'm sure a lot of fans are wondering, why is this so important? It's important because of what it says about his future in Green Bay, both maybe the way he looks at it and the way they look at it. What can you tell us about the impact all this has on Rodgers' future with the Packers?
That's exactly right. The contract, more than anything, is going to tell us how long Rodgers plays in Green Bay. They can give assurances, which they have. General Manager Brian Gutekunst and head coach Matt LaFleur both told us after the season that, hey, he's our guy now and in the foreseeable future. But the reality is this, Greeny. The contract allows them to move on after this coming season if they want to, because that's when they start to pick up salary cap space. What Rodgers wants is assurances that they won't do that.
The word foreseeable is such an interesting one in that. Everyone's got different vision, right? So foreseeable can be 1 year or it can be longer than that. Rob Demovsky, outstanding as always, live from Green Bay. And let me bring in some of the squad here this morning. Marcus and Tim Hasselbeck, I will start with you. As you hear all of this, what is your expectation for what this means with Rodgers and the Packers?
Well, my expectation is that this has kind of set up a situation where Aaron Rodgers, if the Green Bay Packers don't win a Super Bowl this season, is going to be in a situation where he maybe wants to play somewhere else, and the team, wouldn't be, in a brutal cap situation if he was trying to force his way out. And so I think this means that Aaron Rodgers is probably unhappy enough, looking for those assurances, and if he's not getting them, and they don't have the type of success that he clearly wants to have this coming season, then we're going to see Aaron Rodgers playing in a different uniform other than a Green Bay Packer uniform.
Which would be jarring, and yet in a world in which Tom Brady just won a Super Bowl in Tampa, this certainly feels very possible. Marcus Spears, what are you hearing here?
Listen, I agree with Tim from Aaron Rodgers' perspective, but I look at this from the Green Bay Packers' perspective too. Aaron Rodgers ain't no spring chicken, man. And I know we all living in this utopia and fantasy land because we see what Tom Brady is doing. But these teams, when quarterbacks get in their 16, 17 year in the league, they have to start looking towards the future. And I understand the contract ramifications and all of those things that have taken place, but we have to stop coming on television talking like every quarterback is going to play for 21 years, 22 years, and lead these franchises to Super Bowls like Tom Brady has done. So, look, Aaron Rodgers has had a great run in Green Bay. He had a great year last year, MVP. I expect him to play at a very high level this year as well. But to Tim's point, Aaron Rodgers may be looking for greener pastures, but the Green Bay Packers have to protect themselves as well and start planning for the future with a quarterback that's been there that long. Don't be in Pittsburgh's situation. Look around the league, and when you see these older quarterbacks and veterans starting to phase out of franchises and they have nowhere to go, don't leave yourself sitting there, NFL franchises.
That's fair. But that said, I have not heard you say you expect him to be there longer than 1 more year. Is it your expectation that if they don't win the Super Bowl this coming season, that this will be Rodgers' last year as a Packer?
Well, gee, I thought last year was going to be the last damn year, but it worked out well, and they had a lot of success. I do expect him to look elsewhere if they don't get it done. Remember, Aaron Rodgers has been to NFC championships and couldn't cross that hurdle but one time in his Super Bowl winning season. So, yeah, and then you look at the moves. Like, he lost his center, Corey Linsley. There's a lot of things that are taking place in Green Bay, and Aaron Rodgers is looking at the rest of this league and the landscape and saying to himself, I see quarterbacks that have potentially moved on and had a lot of success, and I see guys still playing at a very high level. And I firmly believe he thinks he can still do that too and lead another team to a Super Bowl.
There's no reason to think he couldn't. Peyton Manning did it. Tom Brady has just done it, and maybe Aaron Rodgers will be the next to do it. So the lesson here, the message here is keep a close eye on the contract negotiation in Green Bay and see if it happens. That will be big news. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.